we welcome you back on this Thursday night. Want to take you to Troy. You can see the traffic circle right there and the flag. Not too bad at this point as far as how it's blowing. Not too many people out at this time of night as we look to the next 6 to 12 to 15 hours. McCall, I know you've been tracking this for the better part of 5 or 6 days, and here it is. And I think about overnight hours, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. That's when you're saying that we could, I guess, really feel the brunt of this wind.
That's right. The winds are now just starting to come in, and I was talking to Gary. He's one of our storm spotters. He works with the National Weather Service, and we were talking about how the winds were already picking up close to 50 miles per hour back in Indiana, and that those winds were going to be moving in. Gary works for Skywarn, and he is in-house, and I got to chat with him about 10 minutes ago. So here is what I'm looking at as we move into this evening, and the rest of the overnight hours, really. We're going to be dealing with some storms moving back into the Miami Valley, and those storms still have the potential of producing some very heavy rainfall, perhaps some damaging wind gusts as well. But I've also noticed that those thunderstorms seem to be weakening a little bit. So the intense severe weather threat that we had seen earlier this evening for tonight does seem to be dwindling a little bit. Now, after these thunderstorms move through, we're really going to kick up those higher winds overnight tonight, with some of those winds gusting up close to 60, maybe even 70 miles per hour. A little bit of perspective. Now, these are several hours of some strong to gusty winds. You have 74-mile-an-hour winds. That is considered a hurricane force wind. You have up over 34-mile-per-hour winds, and you're talking tropical storm force winds. These are the type of wind gusts that we're going to be dealing with tonight, and because of that, there is going to be that possibility of power outages, especially late tonight toward tomorrow morning. So if you didn't already, just make sure that your phone is being charged, that you have fresh batteries and maybe some flashlights nearby, just in case the power does go out at your house. High wind, it's actually a high wind warning now. It goes until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning throughout the entire Miami Valley because of those winds. Here's a check of our current wind gusts currently, and you can see we have some wind gusts over 20 miles per hour, including Urbana and Troy. Sydney nearing that 30-mile-an-hour wind gust range. And now we're getting 36, about the mid-30 wind gusts there for Richmond and Winchester. And those winds primarily are coming out of the south. We will start to see that wind shift once this line comes through, and this is the actual cold front that's making its way through the area. Greenville right now, we have some steadier rain that's falling. Notice some pockets of moderate downpours, which extends along US 127 and back to the west into Winchester in Randolph County and Richmond in Wayne County as well. Here's a look outside in Greenville, and you can see the steadier rain is falling. We're sitting at 61 degrees, pretty much holding steady with our temperatures currently. Big picture view, watching this line as it's moving in from the west, and over the next couple of hours, it will cross the area. It appears the severe weather threat is out across the south and east, and this severe thunderstorm warning does look like that storm cell will probably stay out of our viewing area. Has the potential of producing some hail there. Futurecast shows these thunderstorms out of here mainly by 1 a.m. and then we'll look at just a few lingering showers by daybreak tomorrow morning. Now here's the winds. Notice at 1 o'clock in the morning we have winds 40 to 50 miles per hour. Take you to 4 a.m. Now you have winds that are at least 50 to 60 miles per hour, gusting at times, and there may even be some isolated wind gusts that get close to 70. This is right before dawn. Take you to the morning drive, still those high wind gusts out there. If you drive that SUV or tractor trailer, you will feel those winds, and we keep it rather windy through the day with wind gusts 25 to 35 miles per hour in the afternoon before those winds finally begin to calm down tomorrow night. So on the road tonight, it is going to be impactful because of those winds. If you're out for the next hour to hour and a half, you're also going to be running into some storms. Still not great conditions by the morning drive, but winds will start to weaken, and then into the afternoon, we will have a little bit of some better conditions as far as the winds are concerned. As we move into the weekend, we'll have a dry start. Highs will be warm near 70 on Saturday. A few showers Saturday night into early Sunday, and we're cooler into the early part of next week. James?
All right, thank you, McCall. And obviously, as McCall was saying, if you lose power and you want to make sure that you have the phone charged, on that phone you can find our WHI weather app, those hour-by-hour forecasts, and again, those watches and warnings if something pops up. You will get those alerts right there on the app. Live Doppler 7 radar as well. Again, WHIO weather in your app store. Please make sure you have it on your phone. In downtown,